is used. Flash position. There is the anti. Thresh popped off. Detainment on the one side. Kang. He has to try and push back this aggression.
Okay,
Dizzy over the top as well. They couldn't quite claim that kill. Can they salvage it though?
Kembali guys.
Done an exchange as the bullets rain past.
Lampunya sih cukup lama banget nih.
It's almost brutish though, the way that EDG trigger out that trap play and just try and deal with it instead of baiting it out and falling back. Settles into a 4v4 scenario.
Scout destroy.
Oh, the Trailblazer broken there right before it got to either of the trips. Forsaken defending his territory.
Look at how brutal the Odin is as well in scenarios like this. I mean, spam onto the corners. Not going to draw with that.
Tadi satu eh.
Rexus
break Lotus.
Very good information now in case it wasn't obvious enough here.
Ini katanya map yang paling dibenci tim PRX, tapi ya dia bisa pelan-pelan.
1v3. Wingman, right past. Not doing the job adequately enough, is he? It's created a bit of a timing, but not a lot of time on the clock here. 7 seconds remaining. Plant now has to be stuck. Forsaken realizes it, faces it, and he's won the round team just off of that.
Mantap. Kamu udah plan deh?
Good stuff. Nobody getting the spike down as well for those extra credits. But having said that,
just deny it from that spot. It's really brutal to work through, and EDG left really scattered and looking for answers in this timeout here. 5-1 is the scoreline when it comes to the rounds. Got to find a way back into this one.
It's a tough spot for EDG because on one hand, you say to yourself, well, they're massively behind right now. This is really devastating for them. On the other, you think, well, PRX's attack looked like it had nothing behind it. They got 12-0'd by Fnatic. Maybe they can make any level of comeback. But I think at that point, the Mets have done its dirty work. Because EDG are a team without too much experience. They've been going on a great run right now.
Oh, PRX mau berusaha masuk maju. Tidak ada yang menutupi di big guys. Tampaknya dari tim Edward Gaming bakal masuk ke C. Boleh itu.
Been able to rally back. Here we go, an attempt though into the C site. Now let's see what happens here. As I was saying prior, Forsaken with the Odin. If he's not cleared out of this spot, he is going to rip them to shreds. The cap still not dealt with.
Ooh!
Spams it out with the corner. Him and Divide playing. Lighting up these players. There it is, an attempt to try and get the plants off. And all it takes is a few more bullets to get the job done here. Kang eventually taking the fight right to them. Pushing through.
Aja pakai outing.
Duelist players. A lot to do here, but not anticipating that.
Oh yeah!
He's already gained and his mind freak.
Mind freak.
Locking it down, shutting it down.
Dia tuh boleh dah dipackage-nya tuh.
EDG just falling into every trap that PRX have littered around the map for them. We've seen PRX getting value out of the flash plays, the tripwires, everything. And now Forsaken with his Odin. The Odin is so good, it melts even through the
Odin memang senjata paling mainnya itu kalau di Lotus tuh kayak bentuk-bentuk kayak ini kan di Odin bagus.
Very difficult to find a safe.
Bahas aja kayak tadi.
EDG have rifles now. No ults, apart from the Blade Storm, which just equalizes the economy a little. But they do have weaponry. I'm worried though, Brand, because this looks like they're just going to opt into the A fight again.
It's another skirmish over towards A rubble. If what we've seen before EDG should not be favoured. They're not going to wait out this utility. Here it is. They just want to take the fight to them. TP across over towards the side.
Sorry ya. Tadi mati lampu. Aku sudah bilang di chat tadi pas sebelum ini, jadi aku nggak streaming, tunggu listriknya hidup dulu.
Bullet to the head, right through the wall, sets him up for the kill onto Forsaken, and now he's lurked himself into a 4 position. Maybe he can make something of this.
They know that they control a lot of the map. Nobody is going to get Seekers online with the plant here. So they could make some kind of play off that. In a player disadvantaged position like this though, the Seekers may end up giving away the specific spots that EDG are playing in. They're going to have to use them early.
Here it is. Off the rip as soon as they're earned. One of the Seekers is going main to mound. That's going to be giving false information.
Unlucky.
How has that worked out? Maybe towards that rotating door, the wide face, wide swing adjustments necessary with the aim, and nobody. He's found 3 in a round, 2 off the back of that. 8 HP though. Backs away. Trailblazer still available for him, but does he want to give away his positioning? CGRS hot on the trail. Looking for the kill, seeking it out. Spam onto the corner here. It's all about the timing. And how does this fight get taken? Nobody can hear it. A tap onto it, finds it and isolates it. 4 kills for nobody. And he earns them a round, a necessary one at that.
We know what we're doing.
In the first 20 seconds, it looked like EDG
Kayaknya dukung si Edward nih, karena kan tim ini kan baru masuk
disaster. And yet,
dari semua tim ini Edward ini kayak tim besar kayak tim Lot dia kayak ngalah terus, boleh loh.
And allows nobody to finish things. Working in tandem to pull that back from the brink. Provide a lifeline.
Tapi siapa yang main tadi tuh yang si botak mirip kayak PRX loh.
Seeking to do some damage here, but PRX not willing to give away control of mound towards C.
Banyak jaga nah.
Early line aside angle grabbed up with the dog to supplement.
And the areas of the map that you lose early on, EDG need to be saving the.
Karena permainan si PRX ini terlalu ini maksa. Terlalu maksa.
With spike in hand.
Deep cam on rubble. Yeah, it spots at least 2 of the players there, so Forsaken's going to get the read. A main is compromised. Ops on ops, really set up on either side.
They just aren't pushing Devi off this angle.
Oh, Devi. Oh my!
Oh yeah.
Swift with it. Kang seeks to equalize.
Mengapa selalu kalau aku yang main tapi tidak pernah dapat susah?
Not scared, is he? Forsaken though. Ring around the rosy. He's driven his face yet. Doesn't have the weapon for the job. Ends up falling.
What is happening here?
Yeah, it's a little bit insane. Kang's already up into heaven. Devi's just out-opted him. Words I never thought I'd be uttering, but here we are. Needing a flash and maybe set up another angle forwards, but already all the positions in the post plant being shorn away here from the EDG players. They're going to try and hold on to at least some semblance of it. Spam into the cage. They've got to know the tree is compromised. It is. It's traded. Nobody answered. The kill is going one for another. Chichu holding onto the high ground angle here. Tap onto the spike. He has no way to push them off of this. Devi can stick it to half. Silently dropping down. There's no way at all to win the round. So PRX is winning by default.
Mati.
EDG are getting very desperate. Despite all players falling,
buang.
The game plan was madness.
Tidak butuh dia.
And Howdong's gone from having a perfect understanding of the game, looking like he's positioned immaculately in top fragging to be
tipis lah, kalau lihat itu tipis loh. Padahal dari tim EDG itu nggak kelihatan sama sekali loh. Cuma modal kanan gitu. Ini mungkin kayaknya desain mapnya ini harus perlu diperbaiki lagi kayaknya. Jadi kayaknya ini adalah keluhan pertama sih dari
Always the danger. Pure disrespect. Pushed up close here. Seekers now again paving the way onto the side. Paranoia is exchanged on either side here. Mind Freak seeking to at least still hold on to control of this double door, but yeah, Smoggy from the side around the back. This is Forsaken now. Guardian in hand. Showstopper. misses. Damage being done here onto the high ground angle. Neurotheft given a bit of space and still needing to find a few more of these kills. It's all over the place. Spray transfer, Judge in his face. Jing is brought down. CGRS. It's the only one left in a 1v3.
Ya, itu gak tahu banyak buang-buang waktu.
And EDG proving in this round that they can lean into the chaos as well.
Yeah, that's a 0.25 jobber.
That is a ridiculous round. Smoggy picking up 3 with the Judge.
Yeah.
And holding Heaven now too.
Try and break that one down. I dare you. Well, tag with the camp. Know where CGRS is. Player weak for Smoggy holding close to the Judge. CGRS not with enough money to buy into the next one. It's the only play really to May.
Smoggy's got a Judge. His peaks aren't really that dangerous.
He's picked up the rifle though now and starting to fake case and get out of there.
But I'll tell you what, great adjustment from EDG in terms of finding one specific spot on the map that they felt like they could abuse. And that was in tree. They blast pack Smoggy around as they put pressure on the other side, opening the door, something like that. And here it is. The pressure on Mindfreak. This is where PRX have been anchoring a player towards A lot. And so, after multiple failed attempts towards this side of the map, they came up with a creative plan to try and punish it. It looked very desperate the previous round. And yet, maybe just a learning moment. There is still a chance for EDG to recover this half. Although, it would rely on them getting the last 2. And even then,
we'll see though. This round coming up, PRX, the economy is taking a bit of a tumble, so got an advantage to EDG.
One of the things I really liked that EDG were doing previously that I haven't seen too much is Kangkang being able to establish himself over towards A and get this like lurking jet working on that side of the map.
There's an attempt to swing with a dizzy. Mindfreak will pay for it, so they give up first section of A. Control changing hands.
And this is one of the first times where they've actually used the Trailblazer to re-clear a contested area of the map and post Kangkang up. This round, of course, they have massive gun advantage too.
Information gathered. Surrounded, but they got a note of Forsakens alone on this side. Paranoia through. Some danger in it, but instead they decide to take their sights over towards B, up into Heaven. They can hear the footsteps. CGRS, he had the rifle, didn't he? Yeah, not going to be having that one. Moving it away. Satchel to set up the fight. Jing was able to retrieve the rifle, does claim that kill. Another fight to be taken on the flank. Forsaken doesn't want to opt into it still. Fighting for the extremities and the connector control. Howdong, he wins his out. Jing, only 61 health. How much can he really do? The answer, not quite a lot. Forsaken, spotted out, brought down, 7-4. One more round for EDG. This has been brought back, honestly. It was a string of rounds early on by PRX, as you can see on the timeline below, but EDG are on the verge of...
I'm out, PRX.
Coach Alex calling one of their timeouts just for the final round of the half.
Taken for this last round. You can see just how important it is, but yeah, Pacific versus China here in this matchup. Elimination game, map 3.
Elimination.
The tournament lives here at Masters Tokyo. Let's see the beginning. Odin spam onto this corner. Does a lot to try and push back some of that early A aggression. Kankang with the op, the shot just going wide.
He knows there's a cam around here. He's trying to bait it out.
Pushed all the way up. A lot of disrespect shown. Here's a fight to be taken. CGRS is alone when this is happening. Paranoia. Someone at his back. One of the teammates, at least Jing, trying to help him out. Nade could be used to try and push them back in a way. It looks like it was.
And the cam was broken too. So EDG may well have accomplished their goals over towards Mount. With the cam broken, now Forsaken's going to call for help. Forsaken and Jing defending C. They need to push these A players away. It's been so important for EDG.
I think the overall game plan here by EDG was good in this round with the calling, like you said, Josh. Took out the cam, but the Trailblazer, there was nothing else behind that. It was broken before they could even get into position. And now the Paranoia gets let rip just off the back of that one flash, pushes away any sense of aggression and taking back that space.
But the flash and the Paranoia being used means that EDG know there's two players there.
Whoa, it's getting strained. It's getting dangerous here. Crossfire set up towards Heaven and the connector. It's a B plant. Not shying away from it now. Thor starting to get rotated and maybe play towards as well. Kankang low enough here, holding all these angles. CGRS definitely weak enough on top of it. They've left, given up control of main. Jing wins his fight out towards the connector. It's brought the ult back online. Do they know that the players are in Heaven? They do indeed. Savai claims that kill out in the open. Where is Haodong left remaining? It's Wingman with a defuse, sticking it through. It's 8-4 in the half of PRX.
Awesome half from them, causing chaos and injecting it straight into the EDG game plan. EDG, their bread and butter, has been trying to control aggression from other teams, and yet PRX are making it far too difficult. This version of EDG looks so much more scattered, uncoordinated, and sloppy compared to what we've seen from them in the past. But I don't think it's all just nerves. It's not all just the moment. It's forced pressure from how PRX likes to play. We've seen so many other teams go to pot when they play against this squad.
Absolutely. I mean, yet to still see. It could go either way, really. Let's send it down to the desk to break it down so far.
Thank you very much, guys. What a great finish there from PRX. And Kuku, I gotta say, we highlight the Jewelers players, but the utility uses from CGRS, beautiful.
I think that we heard it the other day, the fact that he's been doing some of the calling for some rounds. I can see him calling in this Lotus because the utility usage, all the Dizzies, all the Carnalitos that we're seeing, those Wingmans, all of them have a lot of effort on the map. We're seeing it with ultimates, we're seeing it all over, and we can see that sometimes he takes the upper hand and is not only supportive in the way I follow you, you follow me with what I'm bringing to the map. So this doesn't feel like a wounded PRX.
He's been crazy impactful. I mean, CGRS has stepped up. He's getting better and better and better every single game, getting more and more comfortable, and you can see why. You know, Alex said we just told him to just play nothing but Gecko, and it's finally starting to pay off. It's all over the place, and EDG is completely in shambles, and I love the way that Sideshow talked about it. It's just when you play against PRX, they drag you down to their level.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of crazy rounds as well. I think that, you know, EDG, they managed to bring it back a little bit, but I think that the pressure that they were applying on the map, knowing that you have Forsaken on that C side, and the pressure that they were applying onto A, in many situations, we saw an EDG that was like, we're not sure about this, we're not sure about that, we're not being as lucky as we were before, just pushing through smokes and doing those crazy things. There was a round where Smokey just grabbed the judge and started satchelating and jumping and killing people, but that should not be the case anymore.
EDG, they have to get over their map 3 demons if they want to continue this dream run here in the lower bracket on Masters. Tokyo, Brennan, Sideshow, I can't even think of a world where this is the last time we're going to see EDG.
It's a heartbreaker, but certainly a reality we could be living in here. I mean, dreams are going to be broken on either side. Mentioning it, you know, the last chance.
Come on, PRX.
Region.
Defend.
As they're representatives of PRX and also for EDG, you know, they've gone from strength to strength, all their goals being met. This event, the first win for China, the top 8 finish.
And for PRX, they now just have to avoid getting dominated on their attack side. They lost 12 rounds out of 12 to Fnatic, but EDG are not Fnatic. EDG are not the defending winners of the most recent global tournament.
It's still already being expended here. There's a Paranoia in the hands of Haodong. Wingman going for the plan, wide out into the open. Kankang flash in his face, can't seem to deny it. Still wants to take the fight though, Divide is happy for it. with the Ghost in his hands. Should be set up for
Yan! Okay, kamano.
Inside the smokes, and everybody's grouped up towards tree. 3 players left there, dizzy in their faces, flashes, everybody blind, running and gunning with the frenzy, reloading the clip and right behind you. Jing did not hear it, the rotation of the door, not expecting it.
Just getting lost in the chaos there. And EDG pick up a pistol that may end up being absolutely pivotal. Keep an eye on the potential for a comeback happening here. With the pistol, this should be going back up to 8-6. We've seen some shenanigans, though. But PRX have got to fix their issues that cropped up last time they played this map.
Yeah.
And definitely the Gecko is better on the defense side. I think it's undeniable. The Jet just gives you, even just by using the Cloudburst, gives you so much more ability to take map control, even than another Initiator. So, this is an opportunity now for EDG to start that snowball. Get some ults rolling.
What's the approach for PRX on the weaker buy? Early control towards B.
EDG have 4 players here.
Yeah, just farming up a
Uy,
bit.
kampong.
I mean, this is a
Uy, ngayon yan, di mo wong kampong di be.
I mean, it was right from the beginning of the round. It wasn't even based, as far as I can tell, on the ult orb being acquired.
happy to give up the Seaside almost entirely here, just using the Cypher util to try and play for it. Uh-oh. Doors open.
Mampus. Aduh.
Sega getting in his cam in the middle of that when he was being really pressured by multiple players, but they have given up the site because of it. So, will it mean a plan? Timing through the smoke. Jing, he's cleaned up, traded.
Uy, kalau aku plan.
It will mean that, again, site is theirs, plan down, nade towards the back. CGRS falling low, but not actually going down here. Dizzy exchange with the Paranoia close with the dash. Bit of a team flash, nobody can't see where he's going here, yet still they have the weaponry and they sail through the treacherous waters.
Chip damage done, but nothing too much further. Any ults looking close to being online? None that are that impactful. Can't really build a game plan around the Omen ult too much. So PRX may have dodged a little bit of a bullet there in terms of big ults that you can make a game plan around. That's Jing, up towards 17 kills, a bunch in this half. And they can use that to try and take, normally used as like a burst into a C site or something of that ilk. Looking at the EDG defensive setups, they're so happy just to stack players, going for a hard read. I mean, usually the Raze ult is going to be used to try an entry into C.
They switched up the setup.
They've instantly left. I mean, one flash.
No
audio cues. They're already looking to gamble the other side of the map.
And PRX do play like this on their attack side. A lot of 4-1 splits, heavy group up plays. Paranoia now ripped its way through. Kang caught out here, holding a close angle. Needs to try and land those shots with a rocket at his feet. They'll do enough to do the damage, and Jing still is not content with it. Dropping down into the side, it's nobody who seeks to at least collapse and take advantage of all that chaos, but he will not do it. So no bonus round conversion for EDG. PRX, they would have maintained this lead, keep it going.
And already better than their attack half against Fnatic.
Yep.
Although we were expecting that to occur. It would be ridiculous to have a moment like that repeated. But that showstopper finding massive amounts of value. It just helps you create so much space on the site. Now that's not going to be available, and Kang's picking up the operator. Sneak peek, he's over a B.
He's really going to be seeking to try and take a fight out here. He can hear all that pressure towards C. He's going to be calling that out for his team. Nade sailing past. Trips also being contained.
The Guardian's like a poor man's Odin in this spot, perhaps.
Seeking to spam here, but a fight to be taken by Kang with the dash to get back. And well, he hits that, doesn't he? The harder shot to really make the most of. Forsaken was seeking to at least capitalize off of that when the aim was being adjusted. Satchel sets it up towards the side. Jumping up out in the open. It's left up to 2 for PRX. EDG. To play this one. They barrel and swarm over that mound control, and at the back of the site, it's just up to Jing. How much can he really do? Yeah, he's popping off for his team. Granted one, not the second.
They're so mobile on the defense, aren't they? They move around. EDG have been going for gambles on one site or another, but if you do find the gap where Chishu was just holding the site with the Guardian, then Everybody else comes swarming through. Kang in from B. And very quickly on the flank, everyone else.
Enggak coy.
The
Bagi
difference in energy.
bagi PRX tuh kalau defend kayak gitu nih,
From the
situasi kayak
EDG
gitu
side
sih agak berat.
Do not want their tournament to end early. It's funny to say that as well with a team like EDG. All expectations against them at the beginning of Masters Tokyo, but now everybody's saying it, you know, the sky is the limit with this team. How far can they really take it? This time against PRX.
Look how deep that trip is from Shishu, purely to stop an A lurk from coming through. So this looks like a major A retake kind of setup. Meanwhile, Kang just playing around Mound, hyper confident that he's not going to get punished here.
Look at him. I mean, the risks that he's taking.
Did he get... I think he got past the cam.
Yeah, cam is really quite deep against the wall. Oh, here we go. So many angles to watch! I shouldn't be amazed at this point, but this man, he pulls off shots like that like they are nothing. It's insane.
It really is.
Salah. Komentatornya dia ngomong itu terlalu susah coy. Bagi PRX dia lakuin itu selalu susah.
And then find their best period of history. That's what Kang's currently doing. And it's not the easy shots. It's not the consistent ones. He's hitting some outrageous flicks.
What a nasty adjustment to take out Mindfreak. And now he's left again to hold back once more this onslaught. Onto the side, round to the side. Forsaken, for some reason, being the first one in. Seekers and Dizzy in his face will push him back. But nobody seeks to plug up the gaps. There's one kill. Can't claim the second device. Good movement. Spike denied. No plant in sight. Wingman taken out and removed. And Jing does eventually punish him. The operator taken down, but time is running so damn low here with only 11 seconds remaining. The spike, it has to be planted. Has to be an attempt to try and push them back and away. 7 seconds. Spike needs to be stuck. Good satchel. Does bail him and buy them a little bit of time and space, but Chichu is already quick on the trail. Hits the flick and the adjustment. Divide just can't land the spike transfer. Not enough to
susah. Defendernya masih ruko-ruko baca menang ini. Aduh.
The 8th round for them. One step away from equalizing.
Well played. The cleanup crew was there.
Mana nih PRX?
Doing the work, but this guy is just putting them in advantageous positions so often with the operator.
It's unbelievable.
Who else is anywhere near him at the moment on the op? Like, the other people that are famous for their op kind of plays, we haven't even seen them use it that much in this tournament. Aspas bought an operator once. One round, Aspas opt. This guy's got it half the time.
The name that comes to mind is like Wardell, back when people didn't know how to play the game. Back when the op was stronger and people just didn't know how to play the game as well.
I mean, think about that. All the different things that Kang has to deal with when he's opping in these kind of spots.
Yeah, the evolution of movement. People know how to jump spot now. People know how to use util. They know the common angles.
In your face. Yeah. I mean, the double faces. He was being pressured there by Flash. A Seeker dodged it, avoided it, found a timing, opens it up. It truly is ridiculous watching this guy work. And now the hurt, the squeeze is looking like it's firmly on PRX.
Yeah, they'll be getting flashbacks, won't they? To that Fnatic match.
Oh, PRX, lakukan sesuatu PRX.
You know, the small body movement.
Kasian sama kau kalah terus.
This is a team, you know, PRX were all smiles, laughing, joking around even when they were losing rounds, but now, I mean, the tension has turned up all the way.
They know they're not good at that side of the map, and that is a worm of doubt that can really cause carnage.
Economy's not too good here. Paranoia through the connector, nice and early. Being used to try and push back again this rubble control, but there's not too much else past it. PRX were able to disrespect a lot of control. Again, rubble. What's going to be the goal from this point on? Spam onto the orb angle. Seeker still ready, door rotating in his face. That's going to be the boom bot. Flash to the back, rocket in his hands, everything to try and delay this one. Smoggy, he's rocketed, he's stunned up. Satchel cannot escape his fate, he will fall. 4 versus 4, now we see it being slowed down.
This tree door is on permanent rotate.
Yeah, Satchel there to try and push back. Gun is claimed. Jing,
he couldn't get out.
Yeah, I don't know what occurred there. Maybe pushed back into position by the door, but
Nanda
falling.
He got stuck in the rotating door like a child at a hotel. Just going round and round.
But now PRX take the awkward timing. Looking their way back in here. It's Forsaken. He's found his timing. He's found his mark. Chichu falling over the top. It's up to Kang to respond and respond. He does mosh pit. Oh my goodness. Jumping to narrowly avoid the damage here. Enough done though. It's up to these few. Wingman dropped down with a spike in his hand, doubled up. It's all up to Kang, yet still again.
Oh!
Hit it with the spacing in mind. Oh my, narrowly avoiding.
Wih, ngeri kalau dia misalnya dia berdempet di apa kena
They keep their 2-round lead.
hadapan gitu. Wow.
Such an unusual round. Everybody's so grouped up in this tree area, and yet brute force powered through with Mind Freak just a tad away from his
Untung
partner.
Jacknya nggak ada dash, tidak ada dash, jadi aman lah dia.
That keeps PRX's narrow lead.
They needed it. Considering the amount of rounds they've been able to pick up on their attack side. Not like that to get it on the board. There's some presence though. Kang with the operator.
You can see it.
Towards a heavy collection of players of EDG. Trailblazer gets some of that information towards
Berat
it.
dia si Jacknya baru masuk.
Over towards C. Chichu with a camp setup. Common enough position.
Borongnya.
On the back, Cam not spotted. Man seeking
Makanya tadi tu nah.
while all this is happening. Chichu pushing forwards, denies, and Kang out the one side. Dash to disengage, only the one kill, 4 versus 4. Still a minute left in the round, whereas the spike drop down to the floor. Devi is out of there.
Langsung ke A dia.
Even with the Omen ult, seeking to reposition. They've taken the front section of A. Deep lurk by Forsaken as well, so it's that mad dash all the way over.
CGRS is getting exposed by this ultimate on the other side of the map.
Telat ininya.
Very good ultimate.
Does EDG go for a fast retake here?
Telat.
For it. I mean, this feels so uncertain on either side. Like,
Masuk.
is the approach. They don't know if they've already rotated here, but there's 24 seconds left.
No.
The players have rotated. It's a collection of them, of EDG. Now to retake from the backside of the site. Seeker's online though with that plant. That's going to give a bit of space, information as well. Kang fires off the shot. How long was just out of position? The random spray of bullets brings Kang down to just 22 health. He has smokes to try and reposition, doesn't take it. He misses the shot.
Oh.
The transfer. Chichu aiming to make the most, but he's brought down on top of it. It's 11-8. PRX, they seem to have got momentum back behind them.
They've broken that pattern that we saw in this half, and they've found ways of being able to pivot away.
Enggak, males. Tuan rumahnya nih.
動きを取っていたゲーミングに対してシーカーで自分たちのエリアを押し広げることができたんですよね。中央とトップで合わせてリテイクしに行くはずが、そこでハウドンが落とされてしまう。
Almost gifted to him, but Zamai has woken up at the most important time, you could argue, for PRX on this run. He's had a good performance, but in Pacific he was monstrous.
Oh, he looked like the best player on the team, in my opinion.
And if you get rounds like that, where he looks like the best player, he's going to be able to carry PRX over the line. EDG need to dig
Yo, PRX. Udah bagus tuh. Udah dapat momentumnya dia.
Get more tenuous than this, does it? 8-11. Scoreline rapidly getting away from you if you are EDG. Your last chance. This run is already special from Edward Gaming. I think they'll reflect on this tournament no matter what happens here and now, being quite proud of what they've achieved. But in the here and now, the only thing on their mind is trying to drag it back and win. But PRX,
Oh, dia mau tunjuk ya.
fighting for survival. Any sort of lifeline that they can buy for something to get back in, to get the full roster strength online. Heading deeper and deeper into Masters Tokyo. Every single match matters.
And EDG are forced to save.
It's a brutal one.
What a difficult decision to make, knowing that PRX are going to be allowed to get up to 12 here in all likelihood.
Comes down to this, a player stack. Up to tree. Thor rotates. Kang, he's got the dash active. Wants to try and take the fight to them, but they've all fallen.
Kau.
On either side of the door. The sightlines were set up. PRX now seeking to lay claim to the site.
Kakabum. Kakabum.
Of players, yet still the shots are landing.
Oh, mampus na. Kubantai na ko. Flores! Yes!
No damage done to the economy.
Wow, PRX! Lost ka lower.
Josh, you know what that means? It's match
Lower
point.
final, come on.
Series point.
Lower final. Lower.
Masters Tokyo.
Round 3.
Of course, no weaponry available, but now EDG need to win 4 in a row in order to get to overtime and save themselves from these constant map 3 issues.
Si may camera bagus gitu kalau si
Backs against the wall, do they have it in them? It feels like
on.
This is something where EDG play their best, and a lot of it comes down to this man.
All eyes on Kang already. Double
his
face.
Come on!
Moves him. What do you do when a star player is shut down in that kind of fashion?
And you see the reaction.
Oh, dia langsung balik. Dia tak mau gitu. Dia tak mau gitu. Langsung balik.
All slip away.
Oh, dia ngambil dulu.
Forced to just sit in silence. As PRX also cut the noise.
Pintar dia si Jingnya langsung berfikir, oh ya, pasti ada yang main sniper tu DC. Wang, coba lihat. Ui. Unbelievable.
Space gain towards A here. Still with the passive cam setup as well, but it's a fast flank from EDG round the side. It's 3 players. Be rapid on the approach. The site's going to be given up. Chichu has to make something of this. Does he choose to take a timing?
How could he? With the thrash in his face, almost impossible.
Into this with this fight though, Rebel. It's so damn important. Flash exchange still close to the angle, close to the corner. Forsaken is there. They lay it down. Strike back with Smokey. Still Chichu. Last one left. He forces it to the 1v1. This is for the map and the series to stay in it. The Pride of Pacific. It's CJRS, the sub player. A battle for survival. Chichu getting info, spotting out where he is, but he does not know where CJRS is. And it's just mere moments away. The end cannot be adjusted.
Yes! Lower final. Mantap, yes. Yes. Mantap. Akhirnya.
Winning a 1v1 to send EDG.
Dia banyak tertekan, banyak bintangan lu. Wow. Akhirnya lemes dia langsung. Lemes si siapa? Wow. Ini GGVP, E2 Gaming. Kalian ngomong bagusnya nggak mau gini. Fine. Ini nah. Ini nah, kayak dia bisa loh.
I mean, there were 4 teams at Tokyo that came in here, having previously lifted a global trophy before, and EDG sent 2 of them home. So, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's an incredible spot to be in for a team that prior to Tokyo had never even won.
Di awal-awal tuh, unbelievable, wow.
Severe mental hurdles.
Wow.
My God, this PRX squad.
My God. Akhirnya GRS bisa main bagus. Nah. Something kemana? Mantap.
And they've been having to put Gecko into all their goals.
Absolutely, they've been having to brute force it, yet still they're making it work.
That massive credit to the way that this team has been structured. With all of those small set plays between them, the addition of CJRS hasn't destroyed.
Aku pikir si Jingni orang Korea, ternyata orang Singapura. Ini memang kayak keturunan Korea, aku memang campuran nih.
The Pride of Pacific, the last chance to earn that extra slot at champions.
And I don't mean this in any way to be disrespectful to CJRS, but I would love at some point
ini
we can see them play at full strength with something here.
Osaka mau nggak mau main Odin. Itu ya jangan terbaik lah dia kalau dia sedang main kayak gitu.
FBX Navi Core back when they won Masters Copenhagen.
Oh yeah.
And they had a sub kind of ball time for Sugetsu. They ended up winning it, beating PRX in the finals. I feel like if this
gila main Odin terus. Nggak ke bawah, gila pada mata leher apa?
If they're able to put up these kind of performances without their star player, what could they be capable of?
What could they be capable of with something in? I'd love to see it, and they do.
Boleh lah ini. Naya kan?
Good to see another day here at Masters Tokyo.
Gile! Mau cengik, paling aneh deh, paling aneh sendiri loh. Monitor nga
EDG
dapat ko
will be
bawal.
walking back, I think, with some confidence levels, you know, built up the experience at that international level. But PRX,
Ya akhirnya dia membayar utang itu ya.
riding a wave of it to the finish
Akhirnya
line.
dia membayar utangnya.
Throws his headphones down like a mic drop.
Akhirnya PRX akhirnya membayar utangnya tuh. Setelah dia membuat kesalahan di lawan Fnatic. Akhirnya dapat yang ngambil. Cuma sampai kemana ya? Wow.
なんか忘れたっぽい。
Keren.
さあそれでは見事勝利を収めましたペーパーレックスはジン選手にお越しいただきました。ジン選手改めましてこのハードな戦いではありました。今試合を終えて感想伺っていいですか。
It's such a hard battle against EDG. Please tell us your feeling right now.
I think I feel really relieved because like the second game I felt like we played really bad, so I kind of felt a little bit of pressure because it's like third map and anything could happen, so very relieved that we won.
今はとても安心しています。第2マップを取られてしまったことでプレッシャーを感じながらの第3マップでした。なのでそこを取れて勝ち切ることができて嬉しいです。
ありがとうございます。特にロータスではもう本当にエドワードゲームのこうやりたいことをさせない、自分たちの戦い方、守りでも攻めでもですけども、そんな試合が見れたようにも思うんですけど、何か意識していたことはありますか？
Yeah, you said you're under pressure for the map 3, but you stopped what they did and you actually did great job on attacking and defending side. And how did you like the match today?
I think today's match was a really good and close match. Like I think EDG has improved a lot since the last time we played them. So like the game was really close. So props to EDG because I feel like they played really well and they put China like on the stage. Like everyone like knows that they are capable of playing well.
本当に接戦でどちらが勝つかわからない展開だったんですけれども、自分たちが勝てました。しかしエドワードゲーミング大変素晴らしいチームで、中国が世界レベルで戦える強いチームであるということをここで見せてくれたと思います。
ありがとうございます。相手にもリスペクトというところですね。その中で非常にね熱い打ち合いだったと思うんですけど、エドワードゲーミングもね打ち合いの強いチームだったと思うんですけど、それを超えるこうジン選手がもうどんどんアグレッシブにパワフルに攻めていったと思うんですけど、相手のは負けないぞって気持ちで戦ってたんですかね。
Yeah, but you know, EDG was such an aggressive shooting team, but you shooted way aggressive than them. And were you confident coming into this match, or did you feel you have to win this one?
I don't really think like we have to win it, but of course we would like to win it. And wait, sorry, what's the question again?
So, what was your intention becoming fighting against them?
What's my intention?
Yeah, coming into this match.
I mean, we didn't have much like expectations because of course we are playing with like a sub player and we only have 10 days of practice. But I know that we are capable of beating them. But of course, I feel like it's a really like 50-50 game. So very happy to win.
そうですね、アグレッシブに打ち合ってみたんですけれども、自分たちこの試合に向けては50-50だなというような思いで来ました。勝っても負けてもおかしくない相手だと思いましたので、ここで勝って自分たちが上を行くことができたのはすごく嬉しいです。
ありがとうございます。さあそして、今回ね、
banyak yang kasih pertanyaan coy.
戦ってきましたが、次 NRG です。どんな印象ありますか？
Your next opponent is NRG. Please tell your thoughts on their team.
I'm really excited to play NRG. The last time we played them was in Copenhagen, and that time they were Optic, and I feel like they are a really good team because they have a really good color FNS. So very excited to play them.
前回コペンハーゲンでまだオプティック時代に対戦したんですけれども、その当時から強く、フナス選手ですとか大変強い選手がいっぱいいますので、対戦すごく楽しみです。
ありがとうございます。はい、再び再戦というところですね。さあそして、応援してくれたたくさんのファンがいます。メッセージをいただいてよろしいでしょうか。
So there are so many people stayed all the way through to see a match here, and please give them a message.
I would like to thank all the fans for watching us and supporting us. Without you guys, we won't be here. And thank you everyone for listening to this interview as well. Hope you guys enjoyed our match against EDG.
Oh yes.
いつも応援してくれて、そして試合を見てくれている皆さんありがとうございます。皆さんの応援がなければ私たちはここにはいませんし、これからも戦い続けるためにも応援をよろしくお願いします。次の試合も頑張ります。
ありがとうございます。改めましてペーパーレックスからジン選手でした。
Yes, mantap. Oke lah, pemainnya ya main-main coy.
What a lovely interview. I gotta say to you as well, Jing, thank you for delivering a great match for us. We all enjoyed it here, and I'm sure that Paperthin also wants to give a thank to your boys, PRX as well, yeah?
Kalau lihat nih nggak banyak selebrasi, nggak banyak nggak banyak belak-belakan sana sini, tapi kan dia oke lah. Aduh lah, banyak kok fans lo. Ya itu orang itu ya santai-santai.
It was kind of a feeling of relief that they managed to do it, as opposed to kind of the ecstasy they would normally feel.
I think that tells us and gives us a little bit more context into what happened yesterday. Of course, it's sad to let go of EDG, but I think that PRX it's like overcoming all the stones in the way, and just little by little we can see the progress of this team. It doesn't matter that much that something is not here.
Yeah, I can't believe the world we would be living in if something was here, because they're playing like this without him, Paperthin, which is kind of crazy.
It is absolutely insane. I mean, if and when something is able to come back, you're going to see a completely different version of this team. Now, that being said, we have to give a ton of credit to CGRS. The way he's playing here, just essentially a streamer sub. Let's just be honest about this. He wasn't really meant to be seriously a substitute player for this team, but they needed to call up upon him. I mean, it's like bringing in, you know, Tarek or Shroud onto your team.
I think what he lacks in...
I'd be down.
Yeah, I think what he lacks in the, you know, physical Valorant experience, he brings in other competitive experience. You know, he has been around for a long time. He doesn't seem like the player that gets nervous. You know, we talked about the fact he IGLs as well. Kukuka, which seems like a great addition to PRX.
And it's not only that. You see him as a player, he's never quiet. He's never second guessing. He's just going with the flow and actually mixing up very well with the rest of the team.
Yeah, he does indeed. And also, look at the fans here as well. They've come I mean, I know something is really well loved here in Japan because of his experience here, but PRX in general here as well. Paperthin, PRX. Oh my God. I've just put the two together. But sorry, I mean the fans, they love them here. I think they want them to go far as well. So I'm glad that they're kind of showing and being able to bounce back most importantly after getting smashed.
Certainly, I mean I think the cool thing about PRX.
Sejauh ini PRX menang nih. PRX lawan dia menang. Bersih 2-0. Fnatic lawan NRG 2-0 pas. Teamwork lawan Edward 1-1. Dipastikan Edward bakal turun. Loud turun. Nah nanti PRX bakal ketemu sama Energy Esport nanti. Energy Esport tanggal 21 jam 1 terakhir. Habis Fnatic lawan EDG nanti. Berarti kalau misalkan PRX bisa lolos menang, bakal dia langsung ke Grand Final. Jika kalah, bakal dia ke lower final. Berarti dia perebutan juara 3. Nah, sama hal kayak gini. Misalkan salah satu Fnatic lawan EDG ini salah satu kalah, dia bakal ke lower. Berarti jadwal besok adalah Fnatic lawan Evil Geniuses versus dan lower round 3. And RG Esport versus PRX. Nanti. Aku akan janji kalian nanti aku live live lagi nanti kembangan lagi. Masa cuma Cielo aja sih? Aja yang lain dong Cielo. Masa kau cuma kamu yang nonton dong? Ajak teman-teman kamu nonton. Bukan hanya di PC-nya aja, di channel lain kan juga banyak yang di watch party.
Oh gosh, we never got Punk versus Durka.
Yeah, can we keep him? Like, can he
I'm
sub?
so sad.
Like a show match or something.
I like the point that you made because I've seen the way that they've been popping off on
Okay.
Pavillion and so on.
Ini aja dulu
they are loving not just
untuk
EDG but this
live
tournament
streaming
in
kali ini.
general,
Maaf
which is
kalau
great.
misalnya
To see,
gak
before we close
mengganggu
everything
kalian
out, let's take a look
karena
at
tadi
the
mati
HyperX
lampu,
reflex moment
mati
of the day.
listrik.
This one goes to my man Davai. We spoke about how he enables some of the other guys, but I mean,
Kita akan bertemu lagi besok
he do it himself.
di upper final and lower round 3. Okay.
We saw most of the players in PRX just
Kita lihat
this
apakah Fnatic dan EG bisa mendapatkan tiket ke grand final, dan NXG dengan PRX apakah bisa mendapatkan tiket langsung ke grand final atau dia langsung ke lower final. Oke. Kita lihat saja besok. Ingat jam 10 pagi waktu Indonesia Barat. Sampai ketemu besok. Kita akan ketemu lagi besok. See you in tomorrow. Bye bye.
I think that is something that is going to happen tomorrow. And